All right, welcome back. It's Clint again, and this time we're going to be playing Palworld over zrok. So you can see I have my my Palworld client running, and I want to join a multiplayer game with my friends, but my only friends is myself. So we'll just play with myself over zrok. And so what I've done is I've made another repository out in GitHub, github.com/dovaloknf/palworld zrok bootstrapper. I'll make sure that link is in the description. And it's just a couple of scripts that will make it easy to use zrok and Palworld together. So let's go ahead and follow this guide. It says, go ahead and follow the Palworld tech guide to install the Palworld dedicated server. You do need to go through and do that sort of stuff first. Let's go ahead and pop on over to my actual remote machine. This is where my Palworld server runs. You can see I have Steam up. You can see I have Palworld dedicated server right here. I'm going to go ahead and click launch. When you do that, you get this black window. That black window means Palworld is running. You go back to Steam and you see Steam says stop. Cool. Now I'm going to go over to the GitHub URL. I've already done this. I've already downloaded zrok. I've already unzipped it. I've already put it somewhere. I think I put mine here. I did. Perfect. Invite yourself to zrok. I've done that. I've enabled my zrok environment. Now I'm going to download the start server script. Save link as start server. And now it says edit the start server script. A notepad. Pad++ for me. Start server. It's in temp. Start server. .ps1, and it says to change your path to zrok. Now I happened to download it into this directory on purpose, but if you had it someplace else, like my zrok path here, you would obviously update the script accordingly. Once you've updated this script, I don't need to update it because it's correct for me. I run start server. So to do that, I'm going to open PowerShell. And then I'm going to run start server, and it'll fail because I didn't author the script on this computer. So let's go ahead and do that. Temp, and we will cd to temp, and we'll run start server. And you'll get a scary message like this that says it can't be loaded, execution policies, blah blah blah. Right? So we're going to just copy this execution bypass. I do recommend, you read the script to make sure it's not doing anything nefarious, but I'm going to run it on my own computer, so you're probably all right. You can see it says, actually, let's Control C this real quick. It found a share, which means it's already gone through and bootstrapped zrok. So if I do a zrok exe release, oh yeah, perfect. I'm going to release my share. So this means it's no longer reserved. So this is what it will look like when you run it for the first time. I'm going to run it, and it'll say it's reserving a share. It's creating a Palworld dedicated server. Make sure it's running on port 8211. That's where the default is. It'll just be easier that way. And this window will pop up. All right. This is the important thing. You need to copy this access token. So our server is done. I'm going to put it over here to the side for a moment, and we'll come back to that in just a second. Next thing we're going to do is I'm going to run PowerShell on my local computer. So now I'm in the local computer. I'm going to download, let's see, it says enable, download the start client script. Save link as, where is it? Right here. /temp /start client. Yes. And then I have to replace that too. I don't know, I don't think my zrok is in the same location here. zrok.exe. It's not. And so my zrok is actually in a whole different place, and it's a big long place. So I'm going to copy that location, and then I'm going to open on my computer Notepad, or Notepad++ is what I use. And so I can open start client and replace this with the actual path. What a big long path, but that's my path. And now I can just run start client. No, start client. And you'll see I get the same sort of error. Well, in this case, I get a cd to temp. And I'll get the same sort of error about execution policy, all that sort of stuff. So now I can just start the client by copying this. Actually, you can just copy that little button right there. And it'll say, enter the private access token. Now I come over here, I grab my private access token from the server, and I run that private access token, and what pops up is a window that looks like this. You'll see it runs on UDP 8211. Everything's good to go. Now we're ready to go to Palworld. So let's go ahead and find Palworld again. I click join multiplayer game. I click connect. You'll see on the server, it'll say that accepted a connection. So this went through zrok and over to my server. And I'm just waiting for my world to load. If we take a look at my local client, you see it accepted a connection here too. And so now here we are in my little Palworld world. And this is my little farm. I got a couple of pals, I'm like what, level 30 something. And this is real time. And then the cool thing about Palworld is it tells you your ping time. So mine usually hovers around 90, 95 to 100, somewhere in that vicinity. And personally, I never have a problem with it. I will tell you one little tip. If you do try to climb with Palworld, it doesn't really do a great job climbing. It keeps doing this. But anyway, that's all there is to it. I hope that, let's return to the title and get that cool Palworld music back again. And yeah, that's everything there is to it. So I hope that was a fun video. I hope you're enjoying zrok and enjoying Palworld.